Welcome back to Tacoma Report. Joining us today is the new Public Information Officer for the Tacoma Police Department, Officer Wendy Haddle, to discuss her new role with the department. Officer Haddle, it's a pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here, and you can call me Wendy.
All right, Wendy, thank you. So Wendy, Loretta Cool, previous Public Information Officer for Tacoma Police Department. Did you have an opportunity to work with Loretta?
Well, I've been with Tacoma 22 years, so yes, many times I've been able to work with Loretta. And she actually mentored me when I went into the application process for K-9. And then she was also a hostage negotiator, like I was also after her when she retired out of that position. And then she assisted me getting this position with some tips for the interview process.
Nice, very cool. Now, so can you explain to our viewers what the duties and roles are of a public information officer and what happens when a call comes in?
So I am the go-between between our department and the media. They might hear about a call on a scanner, or they might hear it through social media, or they might have seen a briefing put out, and they call me and ask for details about the situation.
Okay, very cool. Now, so you mentioned you've been with Tacoma for 22 years, law enforcement for a total of 26. So can you share what some of your roles have been?
Sure. I started out with the Pierce County Sheriff's Department as a deputy for 4 years. I transitioned to Tacoma. I was in patrol for 5 years, and then I went to K-9 as a generalist handler. That's one who looks for suspects, does building searches, looks for evidence. I did that for 9 years and then went back to patrol and applied for the hostage negotiation team. And that's a collateral duty that you do in addition to patrol. And did that until I was graced with this job as the PIO. Through that time period, all but 1 year was graveyard patrol.
Okay. Wow, a lot of experience, a lot of hats. Now, so as a public information officer, what types of goals do you have in your position?
Well, it's always to provide timely, accurate information to the media and the citizens of Tacoma. I also stand in, if needed, for the department at public events. I'm the spokesperson occasionally, and I also have recently been appointed as the LGBTQ liaison, so I will handle those duties.
Okay, perfect. And so you mentioned your work in your effort to support the community in various ways. Can you give us some examples?
Well, we fundraise a couple times a year for the Special Olympics, one of my favorite events to watch. And I also participate in Law Enforcement Youth Camp, where officers from Pierce County, all departments throughout Pierce County, take children who wouldn't normally be able to afford it to camp for a week. Yes. Nice. And we also endorse Shop with a Cop, where Tacoma officers take children around Christmas time to shop for gifts for themselves and their families.
Cool, very cool. We appreciate all that you're doing. And one final question, what can the community do to support you and the police department?
Well, realize that we try to provide information as soon as possible. Sometimes we're not able to provide certain details of a case because detectives are still investigating the facts. And they might have a lead on a suspect, and we don't want them to leave the area.
Right.
So everything in the end will be disclosed, but while it's ongoing, we may not be able to provide all the information. And we also ask that you help us with all of our endeavors to support the community through Shop with a Cop, LEYC, and of course the Special Olympics.
Very cool. Well, Wendy, we definitely appreciate everything that you're doing to provide the information to the community, the public, and everything that the department is doing. Thank you so much for being on the show. It has been an absolute pleasure meeting you and having you here today, and we hope you come back.
Thank you. I appreciate the practice. As everyone knows, I've only had this job since the beginning of January, and it's still new to me, so I ask the citizens to bear with me when you see me on the media It is not my natural environment, and it's a learning process.
Well, you're doing great.
Thank you.
Thank you. For more information on the Tacoma Police Department, please visit their website. When we come back from the break, we'll learn what the Tacoma Fire Department is doing to help make buildings safe in the community. Don't go away.